Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Mike Richlow Online. Today, continuing my series on wine education, I want to go over storing your wine. First, Hey everybody, welcome to Michael Richlow. Hey everybody, welcome to Mike Richlow Online. Today, continuing my series on wine education, I want to cover storing your wine and properly storing wine. Before I go into it though, the very first, most important point I want to make. If you have any wine currently stored in the cabinet above your fridge or above your stove, listen very carefully. Look into my eyes. Go over there right now, pull them out, and stick them on your kitchen table, your bathroom, wherever you feel like. Anywhere is better than there. I'm not kidding. I want you to take your mouse, push the pause button, get up from your chair, and go take care of it. I don't mind waiting. I've got time. Okay, for those of you who just sat through me sitting there and didn't get up and go pull it out of the fridge or the stove cabinet, please go do it now. Anyway, now that I've covered that, got that out of the way, to properly store wine, the one thing I can't push more is consistency. That's really all wine needs to be safe. There's plenty of different options to create consistency in your wine. I mean, if you're going to the liquor store, purchasing a bottle, and you're planning on drinking it in the next, we'll say 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there as a buffer, it's okay if it's stored in your kitchen on one of those fancy little display racks where it makes your kitchen look nice. We all know that. Try to keep it out of south-facing windows where direct sunlight can hit it. You don't want any crazy temperature fluctuations. That'll really harm it. Another way of doing it, your garage. You can see I've got my cellars in my garage. I have a little heater here. It just keeps the temperature consistent in here. I would say between 13 and 16 degrees. And that's fair enough. You can go into big fancy cellars. You can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on them where they do humidity control and temperature control, and they have reports daily of what's happened in there. They're cool. It's kind of unnecessary. Other suggestions, if you have a dry storage in your basement, a closet. One thing my brother-in-law does, a close friend of mine, he's come up with, he just takes, this is for his whites that he's planning on drinking in the not too distant future. And again, whites, they're not made to age indefinitely long term, more or less. There are some, but I'm not going to cover that today. He's taken just a normal wine box. You can get a wine shipping box at any of your local liquor stores, wherever you're purchasing. They have hundreds of these in the back and they crush them every day. It's a good way to recycle as well. Let's stay green. Take it, cut the tabs off, and he's laid it in his refrigerator, and he's got his bottles lying down in there. It works great, and they're chilled whenever. I mean, even a fridge keeps light off. It's a consistent temperature always, and for whites, it's not going to harm them. It's going to keep them great for whenever you want them. Now that I've kind of gone over storing, you ever grab a bottle of wine, open it up in the evening, you're just home with yourself or your spouse or a friend, whatever, and you just want to have a glass? Now, what do you do with the rest of the bottle of wine? You can throw the cork back in it, leave it on the counter overnight, but you know the next day it's not going to taste nearly as good. There's a few little solutions that people have come up with that really help with that. Two of my favorite, which I'll highlight today. We have the air pump, which I use a fair amount. It comes with a little valve. So you finish whatever wine you want to have that night, and I suggest pouring your glasses and then closing it right away so it doesn't really get much oxygen to it. You put the valve in, and you just pump it. Upon pumping it, you do it enough, it comes with instructions, it'll click. Once it clicks, you know all the oxygen's out of the bottle. When you want to reopen it, push the tab on the top, it allows the air out, or not allows the air, allows the air in, and you're good to go. This I found will keep a bottle of wine good for up to about a week. Can't complain. The one disadvantage of it though is it tends to suck a lot of the good aromas out of the wine, especially a good aromatic bottle. So I don't like to use it on all my wines. One of the best solutions I've found, and you can buy either of these products at any of your local distribution stores, liquor stores. This is a professional wine preservation system. all it really is a bottle of inert gas. And inert more or less just means harmless. They've used a food grade gas combination in here. Really, all you're doing, again, drink what you want. You put the tip of this thing in the bottle, spray it in for about 2 seconds. Then all you do is throw your cork back on top so no oxygen can get in. After that, you're good to go. This will help keep wine a lot longer than this will. They say these bottles are up to a good 120 applications. One side note on them, when you pick them up, they feel like you're holding a balloon. They're so light. It's amazing that they hold that much gas in them, for lack of a better term. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to go over with you today. Just a quick, short episode. Thanks for coming out. Leave your comments, and we'll see you again soon.